Here we have another worksheet that has a number of different sales transactions and whatnot. And what we want to be able to do is set up a little criteria area here where we can actually type in up to 5 different categorical field items that we see in this column here. And it will then pick up and highlight those rows that contain any of what we see here, as well as only picking up those where it also exceeds 10,000, so greater than or equal to 10,000. So if we use this and had set it up to be, seafood and produce and greater than or equal to 10,000, then it would highlight only those rows where the category was seafood or where the category was produce, as well as being over 10,000. So there might be a few seafood and produce items that won't be highlighted because their total over here in column I did not exceed 10,000. This formula we're going to be putting in isn't really that bad. It involves the AND function and the match function, believe it or not. So those two functions are going to be included in this formula we put together. So what we're going to do then, to start out, we're going to highlight this whole area here. So I'll start there, Control Shift, right arrow key, down arrow key, and we'll go back to the top here just to get our bearings. All right, and then we'll go back to conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula, and then this is where we put the formula in. So we'll start out with equal, and then AND for and we're going to go with the I3. So this one right here is the initial first cell that it's going to be looking at and working its way down. So I'll click onto that. Now that gives me the full absolute on there. I just need the column to be made absolute. So I'm going to hit that F4 key a couple times there so that we'll get that. And then what we want next is greater than or equal to. All right. And then what we'll do is we're going to go with M3. So we'll start out with that one first. All right. So that's the first part. Now we're going to do a comma. And then we're going to do a match. So the match function. And a left parenthesis. Now here we're going to click on to H3 because this is going to be the category side of it. So we'll click onto that. And then F4 it, right? And then we'll go ahead and put a comma in there. And then we're going to select the range of L3 here all the way down to L7. We're going to leave it fully absolute because that's what we usually set the absolute. We set the absolute fully on those cells that are going to be used as our criteria, right? So we'll go ahead and hit our comma. We'll put a 0 in there, and then we'll put in 2 right parentheses to kind of balance it all out. So that's all we need to do. So you're really basically saying, if starting with I3, looking at this, if it's greater than or equal to what we have in this one, and then we're going to be matching and looking for in this range what we have stated over here. So that's pretty much what it is. And then we just kind of tell it what we want it to look like. So we'll go back to format. We'll go back to fill, and I think we'll go with maybe a light yellow. And I think too, just to add a little bit of pizzazz to this, we'll go back over to the border, and I'll put a top and bottom border on this as well. All right. So we'll hit OK on that. Hit OK again. Oh, it didn't turn out too good. I'll just try back again here. I don't know what happened there. Oh, did I pick? I don't think I picked that, did I? That was crazy. All right, so just this lighter one here. All right, there we go. All right, I'm losing it. All right, so that's it. So then we go ahead and hit OK, and there we go. Not bad. So now if I go here and I, maybe for the third one, maybe I'll go with beverages. Enter that in. There's your beverages. If I go here and I take out the produce, delete that, then produce is out of there. So I don't have to have all three of these, all five of these cells filled. I can fill the first one, the last one if I wanted to, or just the first two, or just one of them. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. And then if I want to go over here to the total and say, okay, give me now everything over 15,000. Oh, yeah, 15,000. That will then kind of, knock it down a little bit. Maybe we'll make it 20. I don't think there's anything that's 20, but we'll see. Yep, there's 20. So we got a few 20s in there as well. So these would be all of the seafood and beverage transactions that are over 20,000 for the total. All right, so hopefully this helps you out. This is, I think, a good little example. Hopefully you can use it with some of your work. Appreciate you watching the video. Thanks a lot.